Hello, friends. Welcome to a very special episode of STEM Talks. With the announcement of World Robot Olympiad 2022 in January, India STEM Foundation, as the national organizer, wanted to share success stories with STEM enthusiasts. During our series of STEM Talks, we will interview champions and seek their insights, journey, and achievements during and since their participation at World Robot Olympiad 2021. Today we have with us Team RFL Horizon. They are stellar stars, champions of World Robot Olympiad 2021. Three very special students who shine bright in a universe of over 6,50,000 students who have participated in World Robot Olympiad since 2004. We have with us today Het D. Desai, 12th Standard Millennium School, Dhrutik R. Bhatt, 10th Standard Sri Sri Ravishankar Vidya Mandir, Yugsinh P. Gharia, 9th Standard Fountainhead Surat. Diving straight into our conversation, Yug, can you tell us a little bit about your team name RFL Horizon and what does it mean? How did you come up with it?
So our team name was one that we chose after much deliberation. The RFL part is something that is in every RoboFun Lab team, but the Horizon part was the way that we decided that part of our name was by thinking of what we want to achieve. So, and when we thought of that, the first thing that we thought was over the horizon, going and looking over what we can accomplish, even though the task may look extremely impossible, or it may look like there is no way a group of 3 students that in which 2 of them are in 10th and 12th could ever be able to accomplish it. But that is what we set our team name as. And that is why we have chosen our team name as RFL Horizon.
So, aiming at the horizon where the sky and the earth meet, I want to know from you, there was a huge misconception in 16th century that the land falls at horizon. What are some of the misconceptions you've heard about STEM education during your interactions with students at WRO and elsewhere?
So one major misconception or myth that I would like to debunk is not majorly seen with students, but with parents, especially of students who actually want to go into STEM or want to learn STEM. And that is that learning STEM and robotics does not allow you to socialize. Many parents feel that just working with technology, working with technology and robotics makes it so that you will never talk to other people or you'd become either very shy. But that is entirely wrong. STEM and robotics promote socializing with others. These competitions such as WRO and FLL make sure that you are with a team and they increase your network to people who have similar interests and learn similar things as you. So one last thing is that STEM and robotics are not only something that one person can learn and one person can achieve great feats in. They are something that require the entire community to work together. And that is what engineering at the whole represents.
Wow, I mean, that's a really, a passionate response to a really, from a champion and to all those parents, who feel that students who are pursuing STEM, pursuing robotics, and they're not socializing enough, there you can listen to what Yug is saying, and it makes, real sense. And this is how, what a champion has to say about a myth misconception about STEM. Okay, you moving on to the next question. Since you have experienced several competitions, especially WRO, how have they changed your worldview?
So WRO and FLL, these competitions are not only changed my worldview, but they define who I am right now. They were the first step. They basically were my first exposure to team building exercises. They taught me collaboration, and unity, and working as a part of the whole rather than taking up a large project by yourself. They taught me how to tackle pressure, how to tackle tension, especially in the environment when you're not totally sure on what your robot is about to do. But these competitions teach you valuable life skills that not only help anyone that's going into STEM or robotics fields, but anyone that takes part in them at all. And my worldview has been entirely changed as I turned from a shy kid who did not have interest in a lot of matters into being very passionate about robotics and being very open to suggestions and working with other people.
Wow, excellent, excellent. Powerfully said, Yug. Thank you for sharing, your views on the question. Now, what interests me, when you said you moved on from being a shy kid, studious kid to an extrovert studious kid. What is that one quote, formula, equation that you like, that keeps motivating you, and why?
So a quote that I mainly live by, or something that I think of as representing me, is a quote by Alan Kay, who is an American computer scientist, which is, the best way to predict the future is to invent it. And the reason why this touches me so much is that this quote is, it exemplifies my idea of robotics and how it plays a role in my life, how I have evolved through it. The future is unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. But by being an active participant in every activity that goes on with the community, with the world, what you can do is you can influence that. You can make sure that it doesn't matter if the world is unpredictable. You know what is going on, and you can make it a better place no matter how bad it gets. And this is, I mean, there are always times that you should relax, but your drive should be relentless. Focus on a goal, and it doesn't matter how big it is, stay determined, and you can accomplish it no matter what.
Right. Wow. So, one thing that we can be certain of, in all scenarios is peace and war, solution and conflict. And I'm sure, you must have conflicts within the team, and not giving your mantra away, but to inspire others to find solutions. Can you tell us, how do you deal with conflicts within your team?
So major conflicts within our team arose between two members not 100% sure, or not 100% aligning with the same strategy, or some thinking that something might be better than another strategy. And majorly that happened between me and my teammate Heth. But the way that we resolved it is through a middleman, Dhrutik, and by thinking about firstly taking a break. Whenever you are in tension, whenever you're under stress, you cannot think straight. And so the first thing is to always take a break, relax, collect your thoughts, and then not think about what you are about to say. Listen to others. And that is basically how we resolved conflicts. Dhrutik was the one who usually broke up the conflict between us two, and then we listened to the other. And this sometimes this could continue, and you might take a few more tries, but I assure you, by listening to others, every conflict can be resolved.
I am sure, Yug, and listening to you, I feel that next Nobel laureate is in one of our STEM labs. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. And since you mentioned your conflict with Heth, let me move on to Heth. Heth, I want to know from you one challenge that students will have to solve in the future.
Uh, like it's not a challenge for a student, but it can be for whole world, like air pollution, the major thing going on right now, mask and all thing, COVID. I think the major problem is for like industries and all. And so the major product, like the thing that pollutes the air, is hybrid engine cars. So for that, like there are alternatives, electric cars, many few, many few. Like on the roads, you don't see many cars, electric cars. So the major drawback and the reason for not buying an electric car is charging ports. Like in your city, do you have a charging port in a local area? Do you see it? No. We need our solution for it. Like Tata Motors, Tata Motors is a mega company and all. Yeah, it started at Tata Nexon, the car which is the first car of Tata, which is electric. That that is a really good car. Like my relative has it, and it is a really good. But the major drawback is charging ports. Like you can build a charging port at your home. Where will you find it another? So I think that government and us, we too like uh, need to have that. What do you say? Uh,
Infrastructure.
yeah, and we need to build it. Not like only government should do. We need to build it. The station and all. Thank you.
Right. No, excellent, excellent, Heth. That is the way to go. And in fact, recently I was listening to one of our ministers, Minister Gadkari, and he suggested that while malls do not operate at night, their parking lots should get e-charging facilities so that e-rickshaws can be charged there. And India has different solutions for similar global problems. While in Western countries the richest people drive electric cars, in India it is the poorest of the poor, the rickshaw puller, who drives a battery operated rickshaw. So I am really, Heth, you hit the nail on its head. I am really thankful to you for raising such an important issue that not only the government and corporates are raising, but it is also, being looked at seriously by students. Hey, moving on to the next question, I want to learn from you, and if you have a patent against it, so please do announce. But what is that one STEM intervention or invention you want for your hometown?
Uh, like um, I really need like public transport, mostly metro in my city. Like if I don't have a license, I'm 17-year-old and I cannot drive a car by now. So I need public transports. We don't usually use it, but though, like if we have more options, then we use it. Like we have now rickshaws, BRTS, the one of Surat is most known for its BRTS system. So I need like metro to have in my hometown so I can go from one distance to another. So I guess metro should be an option for it.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Heth. Okay, my next question to you, since you are, brimming with ideas and solutions for tomorrow, can you recommend for our audience, for fellow STEM enthusiasts, some websites, toys that they can use or visit to experience STEM firsthand?
So one of my favorite is MIT Media Lab. You know MIT, right? It is all about STEM. So I really like to watch it. And one video caught my eye about Lego Mindstorms. Since I was like younger, I used to play with Lego, and I read an article where Lego and MIT partnered up to build Lego Mindstorms. So I was very hyped up. From then, when I read it, I was like in seventh grade in 2016, right? In 2016, I read about it. So I immediately went for my parents so I can join it. Like then my parents searched it. We found RoboFun Lab. I went there. I liked it. I love it. And now here I am, WRO. So
Excellent, excellent. Well said. Well said. So, Okay, thank you for sharing your insights with us. Moving on to the third champion of the team, Dhrutik. I want to learn from you, and so do our students watching this video. Which is your favorite STEAM subject and why?
So my favorite subject in STEM is engineering. It is my favorite subject because in engineering we can design, test, build machines, build structures, and make our own inventions. From satellites to cell membranes, engineers use maths and science to achieve extraordinary things and find solutions uh, to the world's most complex challenges. Studying engineering can lead to a rewarding career, and beauty of the engineering is that it doesn't have only one field that we can approach. We have many fields like medical engineering, electrical engineering, civil engineering, aerospace engineering, nuclear engineering, and
Wow, excellent. It seems you are steeped in the subject of your choice, and that's what I like about STEM as well. It allows you the flexibility to pursue your passions to the nth degree. And the kind of the breadth of knowledge you have, Dhritik, it moves me to my next question. Learning about so many complicated subjects, so many complicated or complex or new, relatively new technologies and studies, there is bound to be failure. How do you deal with failure while pursuing your passion?
So WRO is one of my passions. So in our journey of WRO, we faced a lot of difficulties at some level in programming as well as construction, because at first in construction we couldn't get more efficient way or an idea to make our grabber, and in programming at last when the robot should do tasks at its maximum speed, but every time we do a robot run, the robot will skip or not work properly every time we run the robot. So at last, we didn't focus on the problem. We focused on we focused on the solution, and eventually we were able to come with a, solution of grabber and programming, which made all the difference and got us to the winning line through the desired time of the all of the robots who participated.
Now that response gets me curious to know what was the challenge that you were building for the year you participated, and what did you make? What was that grabber? Can you give me some more details about it?
Yes, the theme of our challenge was Power Bots. We participated in year 2021. We learned a lot about during this our journey. We learned about new line follow, new grabbing mechanism, new making robot precise, new viewpoint of seeing the game. We made a competitive robot which let us first rank in national with full score in 76 seconds, and in international we were able to reach ninth position. So like our grabber first was in our challenge we have to uh, pick two types of objects, one with a flop and one we have to pick it right from it. So it was hard because um, the first with the flop it was we were not able to pick it like the second one. So we made a grabbing mechanism which can hold both.
Wow, that is a complicated and complex maneuver to achieve, but 79 seconds, that is certainly a record, and you got the rewards for it. You stood ninth globally at World Robot Olympiad at international level. Kudos to you guys. Thank you, Yug, Dhritik, and Het for sharing your insights and knowledge. We hope our viewers feel energized to battle it out at World Robot Olympiad 2022. Yes, my friends, theme this year is World Robot Olympiad 2022 is My Robot, My Friend, exploring combination of robotics and artificial intelligence that can change the world and especially the environment of humans. India STEM Foundation, an independent non-profit organization, is the national organizer of the event, and looks forward to your support and participation. For more about World Robot Olympiad 2022, please visit the link in the description below or Google indiastemfoundation.org. We look forward to your comments and suggestions, and we thank our champions for joining us. Thank you once again. Until next time, namaste.